Anonymous, I'd like clarification. You mentioned you feel like you shouldn't be held accountable for things that Passville said. Am I understanding it out of context? But you can rob a bank, but if you don't get caught 10 years later, it's okay. No. Boy, this is silly. Okay. Here's the thing with cancel culture, okay? Cancel culture seems to be of the impression that people literally never grow, change, or improve over time. Okay? So let's say, for example, someone does something bad in their past. It's identified. It's recognized publicly. And they do the time for the crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've already been called out, and or that person has made an effort to actively change so they're not like that anymore, right? So then why are you now going to hold them accountable for things that they did so long ago? And the other difference here is actual crimes versus just being kind of stupid and silly and immature, right? Just because someone said dumb, offensive jokes or did something dumb in the past doesn't mean that they're going to keep doing that in the future. They very well could have changed as a person. Why are you now going to act like something that happened long ago is the current state of things, right? Right? Are you telling me that people don't have the ability to grow, learn, and change? Why do you think that just because something is on the internet somewhere, that is a black and white moment in the definition of that person, and they will always be that forever? That is a puerile, immature, childlike mindset. That is someone who doesn't understand human nature. That is someone who thinks that everything is like right and wrong, black and white, superheroes versus supervillains. That's like, you're a dunce. You basically have no life experience to think that way. And that's cancel culture. That's, oh, look at someone from 100 years ago and make them, tear them down for shit they used to be. That's ludicrous. That's not fair. People change. People become better. If that wasn't the case, okay, why even have a criminal justice system at all? Why even have jails? Because that person will never reform or change. So why even have it? Why not everyone who ever commits a crime, why don't we just put them on a rocket and launch them off to fucking Jupiter? Because they have no hope of ever becoming a better person, right? Just get them off the planet. That's ridiculous. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And that's essentially what this is saying. All right? Now, here's the thing. If someone committed heinous crimes, murders, massive money embezzlement and shit like that years ago, and they got away with it, and it's within the statute of limitations, right? We caught them, and we can still prosecute them for this heinous crimes that they committed. That's different. Okay? That's a little different. But what I'm talking about with this cancel culture shit and, people being held accountable for stuff they did in the past, you're talking about, okay, someone made some stupid jokes, right? Did they directly hurt anyone? Right? Did they act, and the thing is, there's people out there who've done far worse than some of these people have done, and they're okay. They're fine. I mean, holy shit, we just saw a Keemstar documentary last year where this guy's done some of the most heinous things I've ever seen on the fucking internet. Some of the shit he gets away with. But then, someone made a sexual joke 10 years ago. Let's fucking hang them by their balls now. It's like, what are you talking about? Right? It doesn't make any sense at all. So, that's what I mean about this stuff is, no. If someone has actively changed and doesn't do that stuff anymore, you should not be going crazy about stuff that's happened in the past. I feel like people can grow and mature and change for the better, and they should have that opportunity to do so. Something that you did that was a mistake in the past, especially if you've publicly acknowledged it was a mistake. You know what I'm saying? I look at my past and I cringe, and I'm embarrassed at it, and we've done retrospectives where we go back and we look at that old commentary, and I'm like, it's so immature. But it was a different time. I was trying to appeal to a teen audience on YouTube. That was it. Today, I don't appeal to a teen audience. Did you know teenagers are less than 1% of my overall audience on YouTube? If you're a teenager watching this right now, you are in the drastic minority. The vast majority of people who watch my content are from the ages, I think it's like their early 20s to 30s and the mid 30s to 40s. And then it goes up from there older. Like 50s to 60s is the next age range. And then the least age range I have is teenagers. All those teenagers, they go watch the viral YouTubers, the popular people. I'm not appealing to that audience. I don't have to do dumb, immature shit that I hate anymore. I don't have to pretend to be someone I'm not. That's great. I've changed. I'm not that person. I don't want to be that person. So why are you going to yell at me for shit I did 15 years ago? Like, are you out of your mind? Oh, think about this. For you, 15 years ago, right? Whoever you are right now, whoever I'm talking to right now live to you, or if you're watching this on demand, think about who you were 15 years ago. Are you the same today? You might have been a kid. You know, if you're in your 20s, 15 years ago, you were probably a child. Are you the same as you are today? Gee, when you were a child, you did something bad. Should you be punished for it when you're in your 20s? Does that make any sense? Of course not. But for some reason, cancel culture is dumb and doesn't understand that. You know? There you go. Anyway, let's continue.